Hey everybody, Thursday's paper day. Jessica Pravat, advertising director and publisher here at the Baker County Press. This week's edition, big paper. We've got 18 pages of stuff, lots of stuff. And then we've got graduation, and we've got Winn-Dixie and Dollar General, some really good deals. So pick those up, plan your shopping trip. But top 5 stories, number 5 is graduation. Graduation was this past Friday night for Baker County High School students. They short and sweet for the most part, considering how hot it was. I found it kind of funny. The majority of the graduates all had the little handheld fans, and they were putting them to good use because it was hot, but there was no rain, so that's a win-win. Number 4, the boat ramp at the Boy Scout camp. It is the only public access for launching boats for the river. The county recently put up some dumpsters blocking the access because it was damaged, as everybody knows. It was redone, and then storms promptly afterwards damaged what was a really poor design to start with. Just kind of from a liability standpoint, the county finally had to completely close it off because if somebody gets hurt, they're probably going to sue. They are desperately working with FEMA to get the money to get it fixed, but FEMA basically says do not touch it until we've approved, and so the emergency management director and deputy director with the sheriff's office is updating the commission at every meeting, which is every 2 weeks on Tuesday nights, letting them know where they stand. And as I said, they really are desperately trying to get all of the paperwork pushed through, but it's FEMA and they work at their own pace. So fingers crossed it's not closed the entire summer, but it's not looking too good right now. Number 3, the JLAC committee, which is the state committee who overlooks audits for the counties. Now the clerk of courts and the commission are on the cusp of going to court over this whole back and forth. The county and the clerk both sent letters to JLAC requesting a forensic audit. And then the clerk actually said, yes, we want the audit, plus I want you to overlook the operational activities of the county, and mentioned where she feels like there's been roadblocks put up in order for her to do her job. So that story, another audit update, is also in this week's edition. Number 2, wildfire season is here. Heat is through the roof. Humidity is kind of low. So therefore the scanner is going off frequently for brush fires. We've got one on the front page. There was about a 40-acre roughly fire out in Cummers Pasture. They are popping up in a variety of areas and places. So make sure you're being well aware. If you are burning debris, you're getting permits, you're making sure that we're not under a burn ban. But we are in what they call drought conditions. So things are dry. It's probably better to wait versus taking a chance on creating a massive problem for the county involving a big fire. Number 1 is Baker County has created a partnership, and it kind of happened because of storms, and with what's called the LJD, Jewish Family and Community Services. They got called in to help with a lot of people that were homeless after the storms last year. Kind of came to light in March of this year. Dennis Schmitz and John Blanchard with the Sheriff's Office and Emergency Management reached out to this organization. They jumped in head first and helped get those people affected homes, and now they're actually taking an even bigger step into the county, helping with the homeless community. Some people were living in storage units behind Winn-Dixie. There's people living in tents behind Wendy's in the woods. They're getting in touch with county officials, and county officials are calling these people, and they're making big strides in helping people in need. So if you do know of somebody, there's information in this week's edition on who you need to reach out to try and get an organization to help in. So I hope everybody has a good week. Next week, we're going to have a story about Legacy Day that the Historical Society is hosting Saturday. And there's also information if you want to go be a part of that. It looks to be very interesting.